All right, looks like we are back into it. Welcome everybody live from the Owl's Nest. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
Together we make RoyalWise computer software training and support, specializing in QuickBooks Online, Microsoft Office, and all things Apple. Way to go. Spring has sprung. We are raining here in Portland. Hopefully you guys are surviving whatever's happening out there. I hear in Denver it was 80 degrees yesterday, and they're going to get a foot of snow tomorrow.
What?
That's Denver. That's Colorado weather. They're more spastic than we are weather-wise.
I'll just take the rain. That's okay with me.
You just never know. So welcome live from the Owl's Nest. This is our kind of update for you guys to know what's going on with RoyalWise. And Lordy B, there's a lot of stuff going on, it seems like. So I'm going to go straight to Alicia because she's got a laundry list of stuff.
So big list.
So let's see what she's going to bring up first.
Yeah. And hey, feel free in the chat to go ahead and talk to us on some of the boards. We can actually see what you're saying so that we can contribute. Bipolar. Yes, I am.
You're talking about the weather.
Oh.
But thanks for the comment. Thanks for the comment.
Why, yes.
Why, yes.
Well, in Intuit news, it is recertification period. So for all of those of you who are QuickBooks certified, this is the time frame. So between now and June 30th is the window to get certified. If you get recertified by May 31st, they'll actually send you some swag. And there is nothing more fun than getting prizes in the mail for doing what you were going to do anyway, like this Intuit Dome cap up here. In case you hadn't heard, Intuit has actually bought or is building one of the sports arenas called the Intuit Dome. I believe it's in LA, but I'm not 100% sure. I should probably know that. But keep your ears posted for news about that in 2023. Something that I just discovered today that I am super excited about is in QuickBooks Online for accountants. If you are using the Work Center to keep track of the work that you are doing for your clients, if you go up to the briefcase, to the accountant tools, there's a notes area so that you can keep track of what you did every time or things that you have to remember. And you can also use it to communicate with other bookkeepers on your team who are also working on that client file. Client can't see it. Anybody on your team who doesn't have access to that file can't see it. It's just for you. But here's what's super cool. If you needed to actually communicate with your team members, you can now actually put an @ symbol and it will bring up all the people attached to that file. And now you can actually ping people in the messages and notify them. So I'm really super excited about that because that means I'll be able to communicate with different people that I'm sharing responsibility on my files with. So way to go Intuit. That was a huge value added.
Way to follow Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. And Facebook and all the other socials. So I'm glad they were able to leverage that API. Another new feature in QuickBooks specific to Advanced is there's now a plugin for Microsoft Excel that you can now export your data out of QuickBooks and into Excel and actually manipulate your data, change your data, and then push it back into QuickBooks. And so, I'm a huge fan of being able to make one change and paste it down instead of having to open every transaction and make a change and save it and open another transaction and make a change and save it. Now you can see the data in one spreadsheet, make your changes and push it all back in. So thank you again, Intuit, for that one. I'm really happy about it. And I'm looking forward to upgrading some of my clients to Advanced just for this one-time saving feature. What's going on in your world?
I have a world?
Your world.
I thought it was the Intuit world.
Well, I got more.
Apple stuff is just rolling along. Again, new hardware, new stuff like that. We've got our 16-inch MacBook Pro in with the M1 Ultra chip. Super excited and fun to have that on board and play with it. Get some new things set up with those. We really are waiting for the Worldwide Developers Conference coming up in a couple weeks. And that's when we're going to have some news and know what's going on with the new features. Last week, definitely know that iOS 15.15 came out, Mac OS 12. 5, I think it is, or whatever. So they basically launched all the new updates to the existing operating systems last week. There were no new features. It was all just improvements. It was just bug fixes. And
I like bug fixes.
we're super excited about that. So now it is okay to upgrade Monterey, upgrade the iOS, iPad OS, Watch OS, TV OS. All of these things came out and have updates, and they should all just like make things work better. So a big thank you. We're going to put a thank you out to Apple. Not just thank you to Intuit, but thank you to Apple. I was online earlier and I saw this big thread go by, something about a new book and a bunch of excited Intuit users whose names are in the book.
Yes.
What is
up? What are you talking about? Yeah. 1 year ago, almost to the day, I began this big odyssey of writing a QuickBooks online textbook that wasn't just here's an invoice. It was click this, type this, and walking you through step-by-step real-world scenarios involving QuickBooks. And the book is published by Quickbooks Consultants, and it is out. And it's not just one book, it's 2. There's a fundamentals book, which is all of your daily transactions up through reporting. And then there's a complete book that also includes inventory, payroll, advanced file settings, project management, and job costing. And so you can go to QuickbooksConsultants.com to order the 2 books. They are textbooks. They are designed for a classroom environment, but we are working really hard at, within the next month, creating another classroom environment where anybody who's not in school can come in and get the sample files and get the quizzes and everything that comes with doing a regular academic course. So I'm totally excited about it. I've got roughly 60 of my friends named in the book. And so definitely come check it out. It's like an Easter egg hunt as you read it. You're like, oh, I know them. Oh, I know them. So it's try and make it a little entertaining too as we go.
And somebody just asked, where can I find it? Of course, it's online at QuickbooksConsultants.com is where you can find both of those books, the fundamentals and the complete.
Yep. Quickbooks is QUESTIVA Consultants.com. So definitely go check it out. Hey, are you getting ready for our big adventure? You're not ready.
Why, yes. Yes, I am. I'm getting ready for a big adventure.
We are heading to Orlando, Florida for Scaling New Heights on June 20th through 22nd. I'm not speaking this year. Well, actually, wait, give that. We are having
nobody's going to stop you from speaking.
Yeah, really. No, you can't shut me up no matter what. We are having a booth in the exhibit hall for Royal Wise, where it's not just going to be me doing QuickBooks, but Jamie is going to be there doing Apple training and support as well. And so you can check out and thumb through copies of the books and buy them right there on the spot. You can also find out about our
our Royal Wise OWLS program,
the
online web-based learning solutions where you can subscribe and be a member of our website and join our community, take all the live classes that you want to, either on the Apple side or on the QuickBooks side, or we also have a business productivity side where you can do Microsoft Office or Google Docs or anything like that. And then also, if you're interested in becoming an affiliate, so that if you want to actually sell our courses to your clients, have your staff use our classes, we can discuss a partnership and an affiliateship and make sure that you guys get all the training that you need and or want.
Yeah, this is a new branch for us. This is not just having one-on-one training for individual bookkeepers and business owners. This is actually being able to take your firm and provide training to your clients or to your team members. Because, training takes a long time. It's labor intensive. People ask the same questions over and over again. Some people love doing training and some people don't like doing training. And some people have time for training and some people don't have time for training.
Do people ask a lot of questions?
And people ask a lot of questions. And so
people ask a lot of questions?
All kinds of people ask a lot of questions.
Do they do it repeatedly?
They do it repeatedly.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Well,
it looks just like that.
Okay,
and
my
so
clients do it
if
too.
he is representative of your clients or of your team, let us be your training partners. We'll be debuting our affiliate program and our partner portals. And so come find me in the exhibit hall. We're right near the food line. And so we can help you get set up with that.
I always say I love questions and I like lists. So lists of questions must be one of my favorite things,
Oh, that's awesome.
especially when I'm getting paid hourly.
Fair enough. And I will actually, I wasn't set up to be a speaker, but I am delighted to announce that I am going to be one of the panelists on Mariette Martinez's panel about creating intentional community in the accounting realm. And so definitely check out Mariette's workshop, and I will definitely see you
Yay,
there as well.
Mariette.
Yay,
Thank
Mariette,
you.
you're awesome. Yeah. Do you have any classes coming up?
You know what? I'm going to say one more thing about Scaling New Heights.
Yeah.
We're excited to have a booth. We're even going to stay in Florida for a little bit and maybe sneak out to an amusement park or two later, or three later in the week. But there's been a tradition at Scaling New Heights with Alicia of having a Yeti costume or something, a Yeti that comes and hangs out that you can take pictures with and stuff like that. There's rumors that there might be a game played this year. Spot the Yeti. We're going back to traditional Bigfoot concepts where he may not be easy to find, but if you're at Scaling, keep your eyes open. And if you happen to see a Yeti, make sure to take a snapshot with him, grab a picture with the Yeti, and we'll see if maybe there's an online game going on or some prizes to be had for finding that Yeti.
Yeah. And for those of you who are like wondering, well, why a Yeti at an accounting conference? Several years ago at Scaling New Heights, there was a whole Yeti hunt going. The theme was Face Your Yeti, the things that stop you from succeeding. And there was a whole drama theatrical performance, and to make a long story short, I wound up with the costume. And so we have been bringing the Yeti to Scaling New Heights for the past 5 years, except that I wasn't there last year. But we've been bringing the Yeti, so the Yeti is coming back for the debut with a game and a hunt this year. So yeah.
And you asked me about classes?
I did ask you about classes.
I do classes?
You do classes.
I think I do some classes.
It's not all about me.
Well, last week we had a really great turnout for our Spring Clean Your Mac class. And also our internet security class. And so those are actually up on the portal if you're interested in learning about spring cleaning your Mac or just kind of internet basics, security concerns.
What do you mean by spring clean your Mac? What does that even mean?
That class, basically we go over like how big's your hard drive, how much room is left, how you can clean files up quickly, how you can find out what's filling up your hard drive, how old is your machine, is it time to buy a new one, can you upgrade the memory, can you upgrade the hard drive, how can you make it run faster, how can you make it boot up faster. Just kind of, and do you have malware, right? Just kind of a spring cleaning, just kind of blow all the dust out, get all the cobwebs out, and then make sure that you know what your Mac is, right? What it is and what it holds, and if it needs anything.
What it's capable of, and what it's not capable of.
Yeah, and then also I'm going to be launching probably beginning of next week. I'm going to be doing my half price, half hour offer. So if you don't want to spring clean your Mac, I'll do it. And so that's an offer we're going to put out where I'll do a half price, half hour, and just kind of screen share into your machine, screen share only. I'm not going to drive for that. We did it last year, and a lot of people got some great time out of me. And it's just a checkup, to see if is it time to buy a new machine, and what can we do with the old one, and how long is it going to last. So all that. But this week, tomorrow, my class is iCloud and Apple ID. And so we're going to be talking about like what is an Apple ID and how do I manage it? How do I change the password? How do I know what credit card I have on file? An Apple ID is your gateway into all the Apple services, including iCloud. And so, well, what is iCloud and what does iCloud do for me and what does it not do for me? How do I make sure that it's configured on all my devices correctly? And we've done this class for years, but there's some new information that's coming, like subscriptions. That's kind of a new thing, and Apple has a lot of new subscriptions with Apple Arcade and Apple TV Plus, and then they have Apple One, where you can bundle all the subscriptions, Apple Fitness Plus. And so how do we manage those? Where do we find the settings? What am I subscribed to? What am I spending money on? And can I save some money by bundling them? So there's some new topics in there too. This class is funny because a lot of people don't really think, I don't need it. It's set up and it works. And sometimes it doesn't work. And I'll call somebody if there's a problem. But I have not had anybody that doesn't come out of that class with, I had no idea there was that much going on. And there, that I can control certain things. A lot of people feel like it's out of their hands or they can't control it. And so I basically just go through, and it's kind of a peek into what I do for a living. What I do for people. A lot of people just hire me. Hey, just do this for me. I don't want to know how to do it. And that's still, hey, by the way, I'm available to help set up your Apple IDs and configure your iClouds. But if you do want to come to class and learn about what it is I do, how I do it, and where all those settings are, it's a pretty technical class, but man, it's fun. For me, it's fun.
I think it's fun.
There you go. How about you? Any classes coming up?
I have just one coming up. I am actually teaching a PowerPoint class. So I'm taking a little break from QuickBooks content for a short period of time. So on June 1st, I am going to be teaching you how to make slide decks, how to make slide deck templates, even how to do arts and crafts using your PowerPoint. And so if you are completely artistically challenged and you're wondering how to make graphics, PowerPoint can actually be a really quick and dirty way of making JPEGs for what you need, or it could be making entire slide decks. And also, let's say you have an existing slide deck and you're going to do a presentation for somebody else, you can how to actually adapt their template onto yours. So all kinds of hands-on stuff. We'll do animations, we'll do transitions, we'll do all kinds of crazy fun stuff. So it's a 3-hour class. It's $81. If you're one of our members, you can apply your coupons to it and get it at 75% off, something like that. I think the math is wrong. It's close. And I'm looking at, let me
pull up a spreadsheet and figure this out now.
But I haven't actually taught this class since I think 2019. So I'm really, really happy to introduce some of the new features that are in PowerPoint as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Microsoft stuff. Man, we're running the bases today.
Yeah. Well, I've been Microsoft certified for over 30 years, way longer than I've been doing QuickBooks.
30 years.
I know, it's showing my age.
Give it away. Just
I'm not shy about it. I am every year of my life, I am happier than I was the year before. So anybody who has an issue with getting old, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, and you look good for 80.
Not 80. I will be someday. I'm going to make it to 100. That's my goal.
Okay, well, I think that's it. I think we've covered all the fun stuff. We're excited to come to Orlando and see everybody at Scaling New Heights. Come see some classes, and also, feel free to reach out if you need some help. Chat us up, like us on Facebook, visit YouTube. I got to tell you something we've been doing recently is putting out some previews of our classes on YouTube. So you can see like the first 10 minutes of one of our hour classes. And so you can really kind of get a flavor for it and say, hey, is this the information that I need? And I've had a couple people come back and say, I just watched that and it was enough. But it's not enough. Come and take the whole class with us.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a question on one of the boards. Somebody asked me, is the book for desktop or for QuickBooks Online? The one that I just mentioned is actually QuickBooks Online. We are releasing a QuickBooks desktop book also coming up in June. So the one that, if you go to QuestivaConsultants.com, the landing page is the QuickBooks Online book. But if you dig around there, there is a desktop version as well. So thank you for asking. That's awesome.
Yay. Awesome. And with that, this has been Live from the Owl's Nest. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And we'll see you in class.
See you in class.